Hi, KJ, how are you?
Oh, I'm thrilled to have you back on the show, Tom. I think the last time that we talked, man, it was the height of the pandemic, and I don't know. You and I got in a weird conversation about how we were gonna go start trimming our own trees. Uh, so I think you got some climbing equipment, or like you were like all in. How are your trees to begin with, Tom?
You know what? I still have the climbing equipment. I'm too scared to put it all together, and I don't want to hurt myself. So my contractor's son actually does tree trimming work, and he's come over and helped me out with my trees. But I still do want to do it on my own. I still do, but I had him cut them low enough that I can reach up there with a long pole trimmer. But I still have some trees which are a little bit tricky. But we had a big problem with bugs. We had these beetle bugs like infest our trees and start pooping everywhere. So I really had him come and cut the tree way down because it was becoming a hazard in another way.
Oh my goodness, yes. Well, Tom, it's great to have you back and to be able to talk about so many exciting things that are coming for you. Tom Payne on with us. I know you love him from The Walking Dead, and so much love for Prodigal Son as well. Let's talk about what you have project number one, because we've got Imaginary coming out tomorrow. And Tom, I watched the trailer. I didn't know what I was in for, and now I'm apologizing out loud to my imaginary friends for abandoning them. How scary was this concept for you when you read the script?
Well, I have a 2-year-old now, and just to see the power of his imagination already is quite a scary thing because, when you tell a small child like that a story, I can see him. He just like starts to gaze off into the distance, and I know that he's in the story that you're telling in such a vivid way. And in our movie, in Imaginary, that's basically what happens. That my youngest daughter in the movie gains a new imaginary friend, and he's right. I mean, he's a teddy bear in the movie, and he's right there, and they're talking to each other the whole time. He's talking to her, and you're not quite sure if he's bad or good. But on set, we had it was a real teddy bear. It was animatronic, and the puppeteers were moving him, and and that was really great and very useful for us to work with. So on set, we could see that there was something there to work with, but and see that the little girl talking to him. So it wasn't quite. He's not completely imaginary, but he's absolutely something to be wary of.
Do we know where that teddy bear is right now? Because honestly, just like I feel like he needs to be locked up.
I have one at home. My I got given one for my son at the premiere. And my son loves it. he was. I have a video of him walking along with it, hugging it, and it is slightly disturbing because he does really like it.
Imaginary is the movie that we're talking about. But we also need to shift over because this summer you've got Horizon coming out. What a pleasure it must have been. Can you talk about working with Kevin Costner on this particular project?
Yeah, I mean that was just a dream, really. Sometimes you get lucky to work with people that mean something to you from your childhood, and I've been watching Kevin since I was a small child, and going to I live close to Universal Studios in LA, and we have like a neighbor pass to go there, and I've been to the Waterworld show like 20 times, and like he was like a big figure from my childhood. So when I'm having a Zoom with him and he's offering me a job on his lifelong project, I couldn't quite believe it. And I mean, he's been working on this film since the 80s. Started off as one script and then became, I think, four. I think they've made it three now. We filmed two of them, and they come out in June and August this year. And yeah, it was just a dream. It's everything that you think a movie was going to be when you're a little kid. So when I was standing on that set in the Great Plains of Utah, with the horses and the wagons around me. I couldn't quite believe my luck, really. And Kevin is just a dream, lovely, lovely man. And everyone was very, very happy and excited to be there and helping him to achieve his vision.
Tom, you have played some characters that have really made an impact on big fandoms, and I was actually talking in my live stream last night about how we were going to have you on the show, and just wanted to let you know. I know it's all business sometimes, but there was a lot of love for Prodigal Son and people who wish that would continue on. What is that like? For you, it's is it just kind of part of the business?
Yes, unfortunately. I mean, there were a few different things that contributed to that, but I think the pandemic was definitely one of them. It becomes a budgeting thing. Everything, it's a business, show business, and the show was just a bit too expensive with the added cost of COVID and stuff. But yeah, that was a real bummer because that was one of those shows where everything just kind of worked, really. All the casting was there. Everyone fit their parts incredibly well. Everyone had a great time doing it. And unfortunately, we just fell by the wayside. Timing is everything. I think 10 years ago, we would have been the biggest show on television, and I wouldn't have to worry about providing for my family for a while. But, then that's what happens. Them's the breaks. This is the industry that we're in, the industry that I chose. And it means a lot to me that people love that show. And it helped a lot of people, with Malcolm's struggles as a character. I had a lot of people sending me messages about how it helped them get through. And yeah, I mean, it will always be there. We made it. We made 32 episodes, I think, in the end, and on HBO Max. And it will continue to exist. And the ending that we shot does kind of work as an ending for the series. It's a little bit of a cliffhanger, but it does work. And so it is this kind of own self-contained thing. And yeah, I mean, a kind of bit of a daydream at this point. I have a 2-year-old son now who we got pregnant just after we finished shooting the second season. And now I'm in a different stage of life. It's very weird. Like Walking Dead was one stage of life, Prodigal Son's another. You just kind of keep moving forward, and you just have to be excited about what's around the corner.
Thoughts with your son about, if he wants to grow up and be in showbiz like his dad?
Yeah, absolutely. My wife's a musician. We're both heavily involved in the creative sides of life. But honestly, I don't know what the world's going to look like when he's an adult and looking for work. I really don't know what the job market is going to be like, what the every single industry is going to look like 20 years from now. So I would absolutely support him in whatever he wants to do, but I don't know what that could be 20 years from now.
Well, and that is part of the fun part. Tom Payne is with us today on the KJ Today Show. Imaginary is coming out tomorrow, and Horizon we'll be looking for this summer. It's always a joy to talk with you, Tom. Keep us posted on your tree situation, and we'll love to talk to you again soon.
Thank you, KJ. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks for joining us for another celebrity interview. Of course, the KJ Today Show isn't just about talking to celebs, it's about hanging out with you. Join us live on Wednesday nights for pop culture, people to know, and pets. The KJ Today Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch live Wednesday nights at 7.